Now, I'm sure that you guys heard the big news today about the future of the Star Wars franchise after Episode 9 with the Rogue One prequel all being about Cassian Andor. But what about other projects? Let's get into that right now. This is mcgregor here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, what's really interesting is that there are a lot of Star Wars projects currently in the works, just to name a handful of them. We have Episode 9, the Clone Wars Season 7, we also have the new Star Wars trilogy, and of course the other trilogy by Rian Johnson, the Rogue One prequel series that's coming to the Disney streaming service, as well as The Mandalorian, and a whole lot more. So, looking at the future here, a lot of people have been wondering what's going on with the Obi Wan Kenobi project. Now, there was a lot of talk on whether or not it would actually even be hitting theaters. There was also talk that Disney was negotiating of making it into a TV series and putting it on their streaming service. Now, since then, Disney may very well actually cancel the Obi Wan Kenobi project, whether it's going to be in the form of a movie and or a TV series, after canceling the Boba Fett Star Wars movie. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but Kathleen Kennedy confirmed not too long ago that the Boba Fett movie is dead. Now, right now, there's a lot of talk that the Obi Wan Kenobi film may very well actually be the next film that they will put in the garbage and move on forward with other projects. And that, to me, is upsetting, because to me, Kenobi is such a great character that I want to see on the big screen, and it's a great outlet. It's a great conduit, in a sense, of bringing back Ewan McGregor into this world. Now, sure, they could always do something around the lines of this, for example, where if they do a solo Star Wars story sequel and Ron Howard comes back on board, they could always implement the Obi-Wan Kenobi character into that story itself. And it seems as so that Disney and Lucasfilm have been having a lot of trouble trying to make a story that would feature the Obi-Wan Kenobi character himself on Tatooine. But like I always say, there's always more to a story than just one planet and one Jedi, where he's pretty much just a recluse on a planet. I think that they could go over different aspects, such as, Bail Organa, and, the concept of Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine doing their thing. So the fact that there are negotiations right now of canceling the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie altogether is just rather upsetting. And I don't know about you guys, but looking at this Rogue One prequel live-action TV series, it is very exciting in a sense, because it does open up the possibilities of Darth Vader coming back into play here, as well as Emperor Palpatine if they really wanted to, and a whole nother era featuring the Empire and the Rebels. That's one thing that the Cassian live-action TV series has going for it. Now, there's a lot of talk that that TV series won't even be hitting until late 2020, and could be a replacement of having no movie for that year. Again, though, that's just a rumor that 2020 will have no Star Wars film. Again, today was the Disney earnings call. We learned a little bit more about the Star Wars franchise and what's to come after Episode 9. We still don't know the specifics about this new Star Wars trilogy by the creators of Game of Thrones and, of course, Rian Johnson. We still know little to nothing about all of that. So, this Cassian series seems as so now to be the main focus over the Obi Wan Kenobi project, which Disney may very well cancel, of course, because of how difficult it really is of developing a story for that character. Now, if you look at everything that has happened since the solo Star Wars story box office results, all because of that is, of course, the reason as to why their plans changed for the future after Episode 9. All of those projects that we were expecting to see, the Yoda movie, the Obi Wan Kenobi movie, the Boba Fett film, all the movies that would be based on single characters were all canceled and pretty much put on hold. Some of them were revived temporarily and then ultimately canceled once again. The Boba Fett film, I gotta say, was being bounced back and forth for years. I would say as far back as 2013, we've been hearing about that film in development, even before The Force Awakens was even filmed. I mean, can you believe that? That's how long the Boba Fett movie was in development and not in development. And the same exact thing is happening here with the Obi Wan Kenobi movie. First, it was in the works, then it was canceled, then it was back into play, then it was put on hold, then they were negotiating of making it into a TV series, and now Disney may very well cancel it altogether because it seems like it's just too much of a difficult story to create for one character on one planet. But like I say, you could always explore other aspects of an Obi-Wan story. I get it that Obi-Wan pretty much, you know, isolated himself on Tatooine, and there's a lot to tell there in the story. But they could always implement more characters and expand it and kind of do some very amazing things for the Kenobi character. Now, would I rather have an Obi Wan Kenobi movie over the Han Solo movie this year of May of 2018? Absolutely. I think that would have been the better choice. I think that regardless of what happened with The Last Jedi, people would have actually went to go ahead and see that Obi-Wan film as long as it featured Ewan McGregor. But anyways, guys, I still have hope. I still am crossing my fingers about this Obi-Wan project. We do know that the Boba Fett film, and it was said before in the past couple of weeks or so, that there is a chance of it actually having a revival. But The Mandalorian is essentially the recreated version of the Boba Fett project. They're focusing on that as a way of introducing a new character at the same exact time. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.